Hey out there, Farmstead friends and family, Miss J here, and today I'm going to read a book about a little girl who loves rocks almost as much as some of my students at the Farmstead. This is called Rhonda's Rock Hunt. It's by Beth Griffin, and the illustrations are by Jennifer A. Bell. I hope you enjoy and have a great day. Rhonda's Rock Hunt. When Rhonda's Auntie June and Uncle Jonah took her on a long hike from their up north cabin, her shower was a bucket of cold lake water. Her dinner was salami and cheese, and her bed was a skinny little pad with a ratty sleeping bag. But she didn't mind. Because of the rocks. Rhonda loves rocks. Smooth rocks and bumpy rocks and sparkly rocks and stripy rocks and rocks shaped like hearts and hats and horns. All right, Auntie June said, but you have to carry them in your pack. They were moving camp every day and had to carry everything in big, heavy, bulky packs. Rhonda's pack was smaller, but she was in charge of hauling it through the woods, over the streams, and to the big lake, all by herself. One day, they hiked through a beautiful birch forest with rustling leaves and bird songs overhead. Rhonda found jagged rocks and bumpy rocks in that forest, and one with tiny, sparkly bits that glinted in the dappled sunlight. Whew! Into her pack they went. Oof! Rhonda trudged on, wiping sweat off her forehead. Looks like someone needs a bucket shower, Uncle Jonah joked. Rhonda didn't laugh. The next day, they crossed a rushing stream with whispering water all around and dragonflies whizzing past. Rhonda found lots of smooth, round rocks in that stream, and one with a curve that fit into her palm just right. Whew! Into her pack they went. Yuck! And Rhonda waded on, slumping under the weight, her tummy grumbling. Sounds like someone needs more salami, Auntie June joked. Rhonda didn't laugh. That night, Rhonda hardly slept at all. A pine cone poked through that skinny little pad, and her ratty sleeping bag was damp and stinky. She was so tired and dirty and hungry on the last day of their trip, and crabby too. Until they arrived at the big lake. Waves crashed on the shore and gulls called overhead. The water stretched out to the horizon, and the beach was covered with millions and billions of rocks. Rhonda ran her hands over all of those sun-warmed treasures. She found red ones and blue ones and stripy ones, and then she looked harder and found tiny banded ones that glowed the color of sunsets. Oh! Into her pack they all went. Time to go, Uncle Jonah called. It's not far now, said Auntie June. At the end of this one last hike, the cabin, a real shower, a hot meal, a soft bed. Rhonda jumped up and grabbed her pack and hoisted, but nothing happened. She pulled and pushed and panted. Ugh! Ugh! Yeah! But the pack wouldn't budge. Help! She cried, but her auntie's arms were full, and her uncle was all loaded. This pack was Rhonda's to carry, and it was full of rocks. But she couldn't leave her treasures. She tried loading up her pockets, but the weight made her shorts sag, and she couldn't hike like that. She thought about staying on that beach forever, but Auntie June and Uncle Jonah were waiting. Besides, Rhonda really needed a shower, and a dinner, and bed. She loved her rocks, all her beautiful rocks, but she couldn't keep them all. She had to let some go. So she took them out, one at a time, and stacked them on a table-like slab down by the river. Rhonda worked with the weight of each rock, with the curves and the bumps and the bulges of each rock, until all those forest rocks and river rocks and big lake rocks balanced in perfect towers. Well, almost all. Back into her pockets went the one glinting forest rock, the one palm-snugging river rock, and a small handful of tiny glowing agates from the big lake. Then she smiled at her rock cairns, the towers of souvenirs she was leaving behind. Finally, she slung her pack onto her back and followed Auntie June and Uncle Jonah all the way to their cozy cabin, where a hot shower, a delicious dinner, and a soft, soft bed were waiting just for Rhonda. And a sun-warmed windowsill was waiting just for her very best rocks. The end.